Welcome to Your Anime Senpais. I'm Richard.
I'm John.
And John, today we're going to be watching and reacting to Fire Force Season 2, Episode 9. So we're really getting to the meat and potatoes on this one, aren't we?
I hope
Yeah. Last episode, so we had Shinra. Of course, he's been hearing this voice in his head telling him to protect the forest, and he's told the others about this too. And they're kind of confused about it. They don't know what to do. They also found out that there is an infernal demon that is apparently the boss of all these intelligent infernals, and so they're kind of like, oh, we weren't prepared for that. So we don't have the firepower to take on a demon.
Yeah.
But they can't really just leave it alone either, because they know that this tabernacle is used for destructive purposes. So
and ironically, they showed up as they found the last stone slab or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's coincidence.
Yeah, coincidental.
Right. So in any case, so they've got this infernal demon, but they don't have the firepower to take it on, so they're kind of like backing off. But then, at the same time, they're here on a mission to gather as much intelligence as they can, so they can't really leave either. So they decide that they're going to split into two groups. Once they get to the tabernacle, one group's going to go inside and just explore and try to get as much information as they can, while the other group stands outside and basically just buys them time. So. The one group that went inside, they get trapped, and the group that's outside are now surrounded by a bunch of infernals and the infernal demon. So their backs are against the wall, and they're trying to figure out what to do. They're trying to fight these infernals off, trying to fight off the demon. Not really having a lot of good luck there.
Nope.
But Shinra, he gets this Adola burst, or Adola link rather, with the old lady, I guess, that she's the one that kind of produced this oasis using the tabernacle, and she also was the one apparently that gave these animals intelligence.
Yeah. And
so she shows up in the Adola link and kind of just passes right through Shinra. And we don't know what that means yet. So, going to the other group now, they're all inside. They figure out, well, we're stuck in here, but I mean, we still got a job to do. So, they see all these different numbers, all these different tablets with the numbers on them, and things like that. And they're just like trying to figure out what to do. And who figures it out but Arthur himself? Because of course, it's Arthur. And he figured out that it was pie, but not the good kind of pie. Just the numbers. So obviously not that important. Obviously, if he found some like blueberry pie or some cherry pie or apple pie, that would have definitely been important. But numbers...
No, we get the circumference of the radius or something, the diameter of a circle.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That obviously doesn't mean anything. Or does it? I guess we'll find out this episode, so let's get started. And see, another thing too is that this really hasn't been helping as much like it was. Oh, I guess I spoke literally too soon.
But I think we've seen this. But it looks like modern day society though.
Oh. Raffles, right.
Oh.
So this is like a whole bunch of different intros. Oh, okay. Well, still interesting. Obviously.
So he's got pi memorized by different sayings.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that it came out of his mouth is surprised.
Right.
Is he gonna reorganize them?
Why have you memorized it?
Because I'm a knight of the round table.
I'm pretty sure that's...
Oh, he did some checking into circles.
Gotcha.
That's a ridiculous reason. Yes.
What?
Hmm? Did he just like go into like his night mode and come out of it as he was talking?
I think so.
Numbers. I never even like thought about the numbers going across the bottom of that.
Oh.
Wow.
Discovering more things. And that was the rock
Yeah, the rock
thing.
worm, and that was the woman from the flashbacks, and wow.
We still don't know what that one part was with the porno.
I know, right? I keep waiting to find one of the commanders. Just I don't know. They walk in on them. They're like, "Sir, what are you doing?"
Not supposed to be watching this right now. The core. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
3.14. That's as far as I can get. The Matrix. They're in the Matrix.
They're awful slow moving.
Right.
Wow, she's like really reliable all of a sudden.
It's because she hasn't lost her clothes yet.
Well, I know, but it's like it's really out of character almost for her.
It's nice though. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Maybe I should say Gates of Babylon, less than... Oh, that's definitely Gates of Babylon. Sorry, Fate references. Just don't burn down the forest.
That was your job, wasn't it?
Uh-oh. Protect her. Protect her.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Ow. Oh. Oh. Oh, not like that though. Oh no. That's what I meant.
What?
What? What the? How is that?
That's why he's so big. But still.
What is going on with him?
I don't get that. What?
Why are you dressing warmly in a freaking...
He's a quasi unkillable character. Come on.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Yeah.
Also very dangerous, but nice.
Very Soul Eater-ish.
True. True. True.
I mean, we got his skulls. Now we got his scythe
Mm,
from Soul Eater.
yeah.
That looks really cool.
I actually would like to see him versus Maka and Soul Eater.
Hmm.
Uh-oh. What was that?
I don't know. It didn't look like he really did anything.
Alright, I know.
Maybe he just doesn't need to.
But you just had a Dola Link.
Hmm. I don't think he's gonna let you guys have time to talk.
Yeah, I know, right?
Ooh.
I thought it was her.
Is she gonna give him the ability to do it?
Hmm.
Maybe there is some kind of creature in there.
The key. What? And that's what was in the intro. 8 keys for 8 pillars.
Sacrifices. Huh.
Oh. But she disappeared. Oh, I was gonna say, you might want to watch her back.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's a good question. I really would like that question answered this episode.
The music amped up. No more answers, just fighting.
Don't take off your clothes, please. Okay. Is he gonna have Lucky Lecture too?
Maybe his whole body lights on fire.
Apparently so.
So you're gonna give him a hug and smear fire all over him? Or just throw him around?
I think that counts as a hug, right?
Hmm. Seems super effective. Just don't destroy the forest.
Oh. Are we JoJo now?
Hmm.
But it's gonna also hurt him. Yeah, it's gonna really.
Hmm. Really doesn't seem like the Infernal's phased as much.
Right.
I know he's taking hits, but he's not like
Taking damage.
yeah, showing any damage or signs of it.
But in a way, it might be okay because the whole point is just to buy time.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe he is a little.
I mean, he's definitely got his back to the wall, but I don't think he's.
He's like a little. Well, not really concerned. He's just kind of like, stop it.
Right.
Maybe annoyed. Hmm.
Yeah, I think he's about ready to hit his limit.
Oh no. Stay away. Just don't miss.
Yeah. Speaking of which. I feel like he's gonna be done after this.
Wow, that looks so good the way they're animating some
Right.
of this.
Wow.
I mean, he's not even using his arms to like, soften the landing or anything,
Mm-hmm.
or flail around.
Right. So what's going on with Shinra?
Hmm.
Yeah. What are you doing, Shinra? Come on.
Evidently, he hasn't even started. What it sounds like.
Oh. He's just gonna bat it away or do that.
Hmm.
Or ooh. I feel like it's gonna come at a cost though.
Hmm.
Oh, I guess that was enough. It'd be interesting if Scope also
Could receive a blessing.
Well, I was gonna say, I wouldn't.
Oh.
Oh, so if she gives him power, then. Oh. Hmm.
Maybe if he stopped time.
You can definitely tell she's like just falling apart. One second's enough. Mm-hmm. Of course.
Richard, you have 1 second to save everybody. What do you do?
Well, I guess I don't know. Punch him really hard in 1 second.
Okay.
I don't know what else.
Saves the day.
I guess. I mean, I really don't know because like I think you had mentioned it during the episode, like him like freezing time. So
I mean, that's what his brother did, but I mean, he could actually move faster than that. So
yeah. So I guess maybe. I mean, I guess if he can get to that speed and just I don't know, kick the demon so hard with her power and that one at the very second that he lands the kick or comes into contact with that infernal, if he uses that power at that 1 second, maybe that'll be enough.
Yeah.
But I really don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But I mean, he's got a plan. He's got a plan. So let's put faith in Shinra's plan. But overall, I really enjoyed the episode. I did enjoy the episode. And you know, I really was thinking like in the back of my mind, oh yeah, she's gonna come in and she's gonna give him enough power just to lay the beat down on this infernal. It's gonna be done by the end of this episode, no big deal. But this was actually a really interesting take because, for one, you know, I was thinking, oh well, she's probably also evil too, kind of like the other one. But she, according to Shinra at least, she seems to be more of a gentle soul, and
I really liked her voice actor.
Yeah, I want to look her up after we're done here. But yeah, she seems like a genuinely good person. She wants to keep this forest. She wants to protect the forest, the creatures inside it, but she only has enough power to do whatever she's doing. So
yeah.
And two, you know, again, like I said, I was expecting her to just be like, oh yeah, here's your power, but in this case, it's like
all she has.
She only has like so much that she can give away because she's fading away for whatever reason. We're not even sure, which is another interesting aspect because if she is like, because we saw in the flashbacks that she was like this powerful being that created this oasis and you know gave these creatures intelligence, things like that, and so she seemed like so much more powerful than anything we've encountered before, but I guess after 250 years, you know, she can only do so much. So I really like her character. Wish we had a name for her, but it is what it is. But yeah, I do enjoy her character, and I think this is an interesting little twist to the story that I was not expecting, but it's a good twist. I enjoy it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I did like that little twist on it.
What do you think about the whole 8 sacrifices thing? What do you think is the implications there?
I mean, it's really hard for me to tell right now, but it almost seems like if they were to get all of the pillars and have them, I guess turn the key at the same time, maybe they would bring about something good, or maybe they would bring about another destruction if they were controlled, or reignite the Amaterasu or whatever,
Right.
and just reignite that reactor or whatever it is. And I don't fully know. I think it has something to do with that Adola link, that separate world where he was talking to the one lady, but I'm not for sure, because that's where she was supposed to. I mean, that's where she was whenever she was talking to
Right.
to Shinra, but she was also, I guess, evidently inside that tabernacle, the core as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of have to wonder. So you do make a good point. If all 8 of those arrows are given to the pillars, and I guess if those pillars are brought to all these different, like, I guess, tabernacles or whatever you want to call them, the reactors, essentially, it seems like, around the world, then, and if they all, put in the key, or I guess shoot it into the key, I don't know. But
Yeah,
regardless,
that's true.
if they use these keys to activate these power plants, then I think that's what I almost dare say that's what the whole point of the evangelist is to gather the
Do that.
keys, gather the pillars, and then go about setting and igniting
Igniting the world again.
ignite,
or whatever.
or actually, thinking about it too, you could be right on the other thing too, because they could actually, assuming all the pillars are on the same page, because I think that's going to be the key part here, is if everybody's on the same page and uses it to, because we already saw that the tabernacle could create an oasis. So if they all are on the same page and reinvigorate the world, invigorate, yeah, the world, and bring it back to the green, green and blue world that we know of. I mean, it could be a possibility that they could use that power for doing that.
See, it's kind of weird, because I know they talked about how whenever she showed up, the tabernacle was already there. It was what caused the great cataclysm. But as she activated it, and I guess became a part of it, it started to produce life around it. So I don't know if, like, its original intent was to create life, and it was just somehow manipulated into being a weapon.
Right. Well, it's like kind of like what I had mentioned last time too. It's like you've got a knife. You can use that knife to make food or whatever. Use that knife to do something constructive, or you can use that knife to just stab somebody. I mean, it's really. I mean, a lot of different tools can have a lot of different purposes depending on who's using it and how they want to use it. So, and I think that's the purpose with this, but with the tabernacle. But I mean, even if technically, if you think about it, like a nuclear power plant, a nuclear power plant provides energy to all a lot of different people, but technically speaking, if somebody were to go in there and somehow trigger the power plant to have a meltdown, then you could have a great cataclysm, quite literally. I mean, and that could have been what happened here. Maybe some nefarious people got in there and triggered these tabernacles to do something negative.
Yeah, I mean, and it still kind of concerns me that it's called sacrifices are the ones that need to use them.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if they do that. Do they lose their pyrokinetic powers? Possibly.
I'm assuming they just lose their lives.
Or they lose their lives.
I would dare say that regardless of the outcome, whether it be destructive or constructive, once they use their keys, then I think that life energy is going to go into the, I guess, tabernacle, and whatever happens, and those people are dead. So
yeah. I mean, maybe they joined the Adola link, whatever that means.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell because like they talk about heaven, like the Infernals do, and there's this mix of like spirituality mixed with this Adola Link world, which definitely looks like hell, with dead bodies everywhere, well skeletons everywhere,
Fire.
and fire, and just different things. But at the same time, that something bad is there, something gentle is there. So I don't know really the full extent of what that all is, and I've talked about that before, that we don't know enough. But at least the way the information was presented in this episode, it seemed like it was going somewhere. It wasn't just like, here, just absorb, take that, process it.
Yeah.
It was more like okay, here's what it did. Here's what it did in the past. Here's what it's looking to do now. I'm not going to tell you why or what's going to happen, but here's what here's what you need to know to go forward. And I guess to me that's what I kind of liked about this episode okay, now we have a kind of a more of a goal. We know we need to I guess consider what these 8 keys do. Why we need the pillars. And then ultimately, what is it going to do once it's activated? Is it going to cause destruction, or is it going to cause a rejuvenation of the world? I mean, I know the evangelist's end game is to purify or whatever, cleanse the world by fire. But if they do that, does it actually, kind of like a forest fire, burns down the old trees and allows for new life to come in? I mean, does it, restart the world?
Well, I was going to say, I think the way they were talking was that they were just essentially going to make Earth a second sun. Yeah. And then, so it's just basically going to be burning forever. So I think that's all that was.
Yeah. So,
So.
I don't know. I mean, I like the theory of like, the intent of the pillars, like manipulating. Maybe as the 8 people turn the keys, like, they're all in the Adola Link and they all have to have a battle, and whoever whatever side wins is what side is going to whatever outcome is going to come from that reactor, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know. There's a lot of good questions coming from all of this. So
yep, it's going to be very exciting. It kind of surprises me too, and I'm kind of going to segue a little bit here, but kind of surprises me too, because I've seen a lot of, like, not really hate per se, but a lot of people just, I guess, kind of sleeping on Fire Force as a series, and it's like, man, like, honestly, this series has a lot going for it, and things like this episode, for example, and it's just like, man, there's so much good stuff coming out of this.
There's a lot of depth to it, and clearly the writer knows where he wants to go with it. So I'm just really hoping that at the end of it, he doesn't rush it, or force some kind of ending that he didn't have in mind originally, maybe. So I'm still really curious to find out about this world.
And really, that's the biggest draw for me, is just the world itself. Like, just so many interesting things, and as much as I like Tamaki's, unlucky lore or whatever, Lecher's lore or whatever it is, it's like everything else just is so rich, and it's like, I don't know, it just feels so different from anything I've watched in a long time. I mean, I'm watching like ReZero season 2, and that's all well and good, but I mean, something about this just feels different in a good way, and
it definitely I mean, not to a huge degree, but it definitely does feel like the older anime where they just created some kind of just crazy world, and they were like, just welcome to our world. Forget what you know.
Right.
Maybe you were wanting a world with magic. No, we're not quite doing that. We're doing this is the world.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I can agree with that. But any other final thoughts?
Really like seeing was it Yugo and his fire ink or whatever it was. I'm really kind of concerned that he's getting to his limit.
Oh yeah, he definitely.
But of course, he's gonna extend. He's gonna go to his limit will run out as soon as Shinra gets his 1 second of do or die kind of with the power that's going to be given to him. So.
And how about freaking Juggernaut too? Like, what the heck is going on with him? They're like.
You know, that was actually one point in the show where it kind of took me out of the episode of, I know they don't expect true to life, like, oh, that's, realistic. But
it's like, that was
dead center in his chest. There's no way that he could contort his whole...
Like this, yeah. I mean, it's like, I don't know. That whole thing was just kind of like, I mean, if it was like maybe, I don't know, down here or something, I could see him like, because he's in a really like...
Honestly, with the stakes that were involved, I would have been fine if he died there.
Kind of, yeah. I hate to say that, but yeah, kind of.
No, yeah, because it really took me out of the moment because I was like, wow, this really raised the stakes. This guy is not messing around. He is a real threat.
Yep.
And then...
Oh, no, I'm
comedy,
fine,
comedy moment popped back in at random, and it just
and that is
now I don't care.
That is actually one complaint that I do have with this series is that it does the comedy is good, but the places where it pops up at isn't necessarily the best of places. Like again, going back to Tamaki, I love her. She's a great character, and the times that she does have comedic moments is funny, but when you take it into account her surroundings, it's like there could have been a better way to do this, a better time, not like in the middle of a fight. And
I mean, I get that just because it's like a gag, it's like a running gag that she can't, under stress maybe, or under when the stakes are high, she's gonna fumble, and maybe that's what causes that, or I guess triggers it. I don't know, but and I get that. Like I can deal with that because I'm like, okay, that's just her character. Sure, we're just waiting for the moment for it to strike. But whenever somebody is like almost pronounced dead,
I know,
and they cheat death through a gag, I'm like, no, that don't, And then he like popped out new clothes, and he's like, oh, I was always told to dress warmly, and
like
I'm like,
freaking Majin Buu-esque, like, boop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It was because it was so heartfelt. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, he sacrificed himself.
Yeah.
Like, and that really, like I said, it raised the stakes for me, and now I just don't know if I can treat this. I mean, Infernal or Demon or whatever as like a serious threat because, I mean, I know it's going to take a lot to beat him, but I don't feel like he's going to do anything now. Or
actually, even continuing on for the rest of this series, the next time a character dies, I'm just gonna be like, is he really dead though? Are we sure that he's dead? Did he actually die? Because now I'm just gonna be skeptical. It's like I don't even know what to believe in now. I don't know if this guy's gonna be dying or not. So it's gonna be tough. But I definitely agree with you though. I definitely agree with you.
But yeah, that was all I really had extra for this.
All right,
episode,
guys.
So.
Well, in that case, what did you all think of this episode, and what would you do in that 1 second? Let us know down in the comments below.
And if you enjoyed this reaction, definitely subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell on the side to keep up with our content. And we would really appreciate it if you checked out our Patreon. Really appreciate that support. And we'll see you in the next episode.